Are you looking at buying a SUP this summer, but you're not really sure what type to get? It's Simon here from AQ Outdoors and just sort of checking in with some ideas around the different types of stand-up paddle boards out there. So the first thing that you may want to ask yourself when deciding on what SUP to buy is, what does an ideal day out on the water look like for you? Is it floating down a slow-moving river? Is it paddling around a small sheltered lake? Is it doing yoga early in the morning? Or the thrill of whitewater? These are all options in stand-up paddle boarding, and in this little video we're going to just quickly touch on each of them and what they look like. So we'll start off with arguably what is the most popular, is your recreational stand-up paddle boards. 9 to 11 feet in length, they typically have a pretty round nose, they're fairly flat, and they're very often built for stability. So these are designed for you if you want to just get out on the water for a casual paddle for an hour or two. You may want to chuck a dog on the front, you may want to chuck a kid on the front. You're not trying to race anywhere, you're basically out there to relax and have a good time and enjoy the outdoors. If you still want to paddle flat water, but you want to go fast and you want to cover more distance with less effort, a touring board might be the way to go. These displacement style boards tend to track better, so they go in a straight line better. They move forward, propel faster, so you do cover more distance with less effort. But the trade-off with that is often that they're a little bit narrower and therefore a little bit less stable. But that option is going to get you far and get you there fast, and touring boards can be a great option for those looking to get exercise out of stand-up paddleboarding. If you're a bit more of a thrill seeker, and this is really popular in our area in Calgary, you can get into whitewater stand-up paddleboarding. So these boards by nature are much shorter, much wider, and have more volume to them for stability, but they also have a ton of rocker. You'll notice that if you're on a river SUP board in flat water, it just wants to go around in circles. So it's not very good for flat water paddling, but that maneuverability works super well in whitewater. So the characteristics of those boards are very much built around maneuverability and stability versus forward speed. And the last one, not the last one, but a bit of an outlier one, is yoga. So there are a growing number of people who really enjoy to take their yoga practice onto the water. It creates a very peaceful environment. You don't want to do it in a ton of wind because that makes it very challenging, but a yoga board in some ways is similar to a whitewater board in the sense that it's built more for stability than it is for performance paddling in a straight line. So they tend to be a little boxier in shape, so a little bit wider, lots of volume, and they don't really have much of a rounding to the nose typically, because it's all about just getting out onto the water, a short paddle typically, and then having the stability and room to move to do your yoga practice. So hopefully you can look within and say, that's the kind of day that I want on the water, and that little description might point you in the right direction. So if you've identified yourself as a recreational paddler, the world's your oyster. There's so many different options out there. You can get them at big box stores, but in store here, we carry a really nice selection of high quality boards from NRS, Star, Kootenai Stand-Up Paddle, and Badfish. If touring is the name of the game for you and you want to cover long distances, get a good workout, again, the same brands really. NRS makes a fantastic touring board. The Selfie from Badfish and the Pivot from Kootenai SUP are really amazing touring boards to consider. For whitewater, NRS makes the Quiver, which is a whitewater board, but not as much of a whitewater board as, say, the Badfish River Shred or the Kootenai Attain. They're very specific whitewater boards with different characteristics, but both super suitable for up to sort of class 2-3 whitewater. In the yoga space, we really only have boards from level 6 that kind of fit the bill there, but you could also use river stand-up paddle boards from Badfish or Kootenai that would work for those applications. So if you're interested in checking out any of the boards we've talked about, they're all going to be linked to in the caption below. Thanks for checking out the video. We really hope that sort of breaking down the different styles of SUPs will help point you in the right direction in your potential future purchase. If you've got any questions or comments, we'd love to see them below, or alternately you can check us out at aqoutdoors.com. Thanks for checking in.